For so long, we've been here, we've been trying.
Hi there, and welcome to another exciting edition of the Springboard Hangout. The Springboard Hangout, as you know, is your fun educative program where we have fun and also enjoy, learn, and generally hang out with our friends and our supporters and those who come to add value to our lives. Today is another exciting one, and I promise you, me now, I know if it lie. So this one, I tell you, you please call someone immediately. We're finishing our series on personal branding, and but we are focusing today on style. And we have in the studio someone who is going to tell us all about dressing for success. And in some time ago, the New York University released a research that said that if somebody sees you within 7 seconds, the person makes his or her mind about you, and it could either be to your success or to your failure. What does that mean? Is this something that we can talk about? So today, as we conclude our branding series on dressing for success, we have with us the one and only Miss Nancy Adobea Anane, famously called Miss Nancy, and she will unpack it all for us at this moment. But we'll go for a short break. When we return, it's going down right here in the Springboard Hangout Studios. Don't go anywhere. My name is Comfort Ocran. See you soon when we come back.
Long time ago, many years ago, Get me York's Rent-A-Car. I need a car in 15 minutes. Hi, I'm Jake Morris, and I travel globally. But when I'm in Ghana, York's Rent-A-Car is my reliable choice for safety and comfort on the road. York's Rent-A-Car provides comprehensive logistics services to mainly blue-chip companies as well as individual clients.
At the time, we needed a car rental service, and York's fitted in very well to our standards.
Their services is top-notch. Drivers are on time.
It was beautiful to see them behind the wheels. And anytime they pick up a guest, the guests were very, very happy.
Already? Excellent. York's Rent-A-Car provides services and expertise that include meet and greet services at the airport, car rental, driver personal outsourcing, and vehicle detailing. What's the problem? It's you. I told you. York's Rent-A-Car delivers world-class service to its customers, having their highest safety and comfort in mind. So watch you. Go over, I'll open for him. York's Rent-A-Car runs 24/7 operations where customers can make car reservations and inquiries of our services online and also call our hotline.
Welcome back. We are on the Springboard Hangout, and we are hanging out with Miss Nancy, looking at dressing for success. And we had Odon, but like 360 was sharp. So today is going to happen. It's going down fast like that. So let's start fast. You see. So we have New York University said 7 seconds. Let's see how does 7 seconds look like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I've made up my mind about whether you are arrogant, you are sweet, you are disgusting. I mean, you don't have manners. 7 seconds. I mean, you mean when we counted in the studio?
Yes.
Do you agree with that? And
I do.
What forms the basis for such a conclusion about someone?
Now, I mean, when I saw you got in immediately. You saw my reaction. I started smiling and I started laughing, and I'm like, And we spoke about color and how you use color to energize your life. So, hey, this is it. Truthfully, when people see you, immediately at a glance, they know what to make of you. Before you even begin to speak, before you tell me who you are, where you've been, where you've not been, how exposed you've been or not, by appearance, I can say that, this is quite an enlightened woman. This is Araba. This is Crotchety, or I'm not sure, he just came from somewhere.
Chalet.
Yes.
Some unserious person that I wouldn't like to be connected with.
That is it. So that is why we cannot take our appearances lightly. On a daily basis, we are telling the world who we are and how we want the world to treat us.
Wow. So what happens when someone, unfortunately, or really does as at now till today, didn't realize the seriousness of one's appearance on his or her profession or even in general life? What happens? What are some of the the common mistakes that people do in such a place, and it comes out to bite them?
See, unfortunately, once an impression is created, you will need about 30 more encounters for that person to change their mind about you. So if I came in thinking that, comfort is so hard, she's unfriendly, she's not sweet, it will take 30 more encounters with you for me to change that perception I had on the first time of meeting you.
Oh, 1 is to 30. You're trying to tell me that 1 is to 30.
Yes.
Virtually, that's about a whole month that I have to see you every single day. Consistently, to be able to change.
Erase the first impression I had about you. And it is something that we cannot take for granted. And we are in a very visual world, my dear. As it is now, whether you like it or not, you can say, me, I don't mind, anything goes for me. You can start saying that. It's fine. But those of us that know the reality knows that in our time and age, anything doesn't go for anybody, because people are making their judgments on your appearance on a daily basis. And so if you are there and everything is going for you anyway, somebody is making serious impressions, somebody is opening doors with their appearance, somebody is getting connections with their appearance. I mean, Comfort, you can enter a place and just by the way you smell, before you say hello to somebody, somebody will smile at you and say, you smell like heaven. I said, oh, thank you. My name is Nancy. Before you know, we have exchanged contacts and I'm building network.
So that implies, if I get from what you're saying, that if we are in a room, I could either start from a negative footing, or I can start from a positive footing, simply by the way I am appearing in that particular space.
Perfectly. So when you got in, it was your hairstyle and your sneakers that we had the first conversation about. Do you know my real impression of you? Now, there is something I wanted to tell you.
Oh, tell me.
You know, growing up, and even now, I always thought that if I ever want to get married again, I'd want to have a husband like yours.
Oh,
somebody with whom I can build something together. So you are quite an inspiration. Anytime I see you, Albert and Comfort Ocran, I'm like, oh,
thank you.
You know, but when I saw you, I immediately forgot. What I was thinking about was, oh my God, sounds like a funky, so come on. So that's it. I saw the hair and I saw the sneakers and I said, hey, she's alive. She's got some energy too. So that is it. What I was thinking about you already was established, but hey, your appearance was what got the attention. That is what created that flow for us to get here. So it is that essential. How we look, we can never take it for granted.
How we look, boss, guys, ladies, gentlemen, bro, whatever you call yourself, we cannot take it for granted. Now, it is that important.
Let me come in. See, there is something. You realize that especially for the youth, whenever there is an issue in an area and the police goes there, there are people that are collected. And sometimes this boy comes out unless the whole community comes to say that, oh, he's a decent boy, he can never hurt a soul. His appearance got him into trouble. So if you have seen a person whose appearance has gotten them into trouble, so can your appearance open great doors for you.
I like what you're saying here, and it simply shows how important that we brought you on as a life coach to help us challenge some of these issues. If you were supposed to help someone, this young gentleman that you just described, for instance, how can you help in this person? In what areas can you help such a person?
So one of the things you should critically look at. What does my appearance on a daily basis say about me? How do I look? I remember years ago in Santase, there was a medical doctor, and somebody said, Namosa Kwawe were a doctor. People would not believe so you're a doctor, because there is a mental picture of how a doctor is supposed to look and present themselves that he lacked. So he introduces himself. But for other people just assume that, oh, hey, mommy, you're a politician, and hey, mommy, you're a software, oh, mommy. You look like a responsible person by how you put yourself together. And so you would have to look deep and say on a daily basis, what am I telling the world about me? Am I telling the world that I'm a serious person, I'm a responsible young man, I have plans and ambitions and visions, and that if I come to you with a suggestion, you should take me seriously because I look serious, or I look like there are people who contradict who they are by their choices? Unfortunately,
that's a challenging one.
Yes. Unfortunately, elsewhere in the world, you can be a CEO and go to the office and t-shirt and jeans and sneakers and nobody would be bothered. Not our third world country. Here, we will judge you by your looks.
Whether you like it or not.
So, per your looks, somebody will call you, Jonah Way, meanwhile, he's the CEO or the owner of the company. But because he has decided not to take his appearance seriously, he's not getting the honor that is due him. So if we want to be appreciated for who we are and get a credit for it, we have to dress for it.
In our part of the world. So let's say that Joe comes to you, see you, oh, okay. It's only when they come and see him behind his desk, even then, because sometimes they wonder that, how did you get behind the desk? Anyway, so Joe comes to you and says that, Miss Nancy, Charlie, I've known you for a long time, and this one, I'm shy, but I want to confide in you. I want to be the fly on the wall in your office. What are some of the things that the Joes of this world come and confide in you when they come to your office?
Now, first of all, we would build your confidence because it's the confidence that you exude. It's an aura around you, an aura of I believe in myself. I belong here. I am in authority. I know who I am. When that is established mentally, then we go on to look at your wardrobe. We look at the clothes you have. We want to change it. We want you to look like that 21st century CEO who gets credit and who gets attention and who becomes an inspiration. For one of the things that is so sad is that if you're a leader today and you don't put yourself together well, even the youth will not follow you because you cannot mentor them because there is no appeal about you that attracts their attention.
So we have to
Oh yeah, not just for you, for also the people that you intend to inspire. So you have lots of common sense, you have lots of knowledge and experience that you want people to share with, but they never come to you. Why? Because you don't look appealing.
Because it be like, Charlie, that you don't
You're
look
slow.
like...
Oh yeah, outmoded. This is some of the terms that the youth would use. How are you long? Oh, yeah. In fact, if you're not careful, because all your jaw. If you understand what jaw means, excuse our French, but just for effective communication. So it's important for you to put yourself together well. So we will look at your appearance. We will look at you wearing clothes that are appropriate for your office. So dressing appropriately for where you are going is an essential part of building your personal brand. So you do not go to the office looking like you're going to the disco. You do not go to church looking like you're going to the party. Listen, if you're a young person and you're going to church wearing inappropriate clothing that is too exposing and people talk about it and you feel that they don't know what's up, because
I didn't mean to laugh, but I had to laugh. I mean, simply, Miss Nancy is saying that if you're going to look at where you're going and look appropriate for the occasion, you can't be going to church and then you are wearing some things that sometimes I see in church and I'm like, what is the way?
Did you know where you were going? So just as you wouldn't expect that if I was ever invited to a club event, I'd wear kabe and slit and put on my duku to come to the club and everybody would have a big laugh and I say, na mami wo free here for the buyer or the way na ba a club no, you know? I wish a disco dress and so the class sorry. We also feel about you.
Somebody says they won't allow you to enter if you come and duku
you know
to the nightclub.
Even there they will sack you. Don't come and kill our vibe. They will say
exactly.
She's a vibe killer or your guy or you're slow, you know. So it's important for you to know that you have to dress appropriately. So if it's the office you're going to, you would dress like a gentleman. Now we have 5 different styles.
Exactly, because I was going to follow up with that and say, okay, so let's go straight into styling. Yes, go on.
So I'm styling Joe. Joe is a CEO. Joe wants to be taken seriously. Joe still doesn't want to be overbearing. He doesn't want to look so well that he would intimidate people with his presence. And so I would want to put him together as a fine gentleman. Probably he's simple in nature. He doesn't want anything too loud. So, excuse me, in styling, you look at the person, their personality, their office before you put together an image for them.
Okay.
Their body shape and their size is also essential. So Joe is a fine gentleman like Pastor Reverend Albert Ocran, slender, dark skin. Oh, fine. Fine man. Handsome. Yeah. You know. We're going to make sure that fine body he has at his age is always being projected. What it means is that he's a person that is careful and minds what he eats. And so you should take him seriously. So you think that your appearance tells a lot about who you are and how seriously you take life. So at his age, he looks this fine. It means that he's a serious person that you can trust, because you see how he's taking good care of his body. So the pants should be well-fitting. Well-fitting doesn't mean ill-fitting. Have you seen the church boys these days? They can wear some very skinny, tight chinos, you know, not up to the shoe level, hanging kind of pants. And sometimes when they are standing in the front of the church and singing, you see this glory right in front of them that is not supposed to be seen.
No.
It's amazing how when the women get it wrong, it's so obvious and everybody starts talking. But these days, the men, it's horrible. It's not exciting. It's not polished. Some of them, their pants are so tight. Mommy, sometimes you see the lines at the back almost coming off. Oh
dear. Guys, Charlie, this is for you. The ladies, they are coming to us, so please don't think that we've got it off. So we're looking at the wardrobe, we're looking at the body type, and we are looking at the occasion that we have to wear what to wear. But we've mentioned it in general. So, for instance, let's say for instance, let's say that we have the CEO,
yes,
but at the same time, he has this interesting job, this thing where he has, let's say, he's a DJ at night. So he has to go to the office, go to his high-powered office, and yet he also has to have a different personality because in the disco you can't be, you know. So I can say that when we look at the graphs, we can see the curve is started dipping a little. So there's a need for us to see how we can uptick. No, that's not how we do the disco. Disco, we say, go girl, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So how can such a person be able to put together those different absolutely brands, contrasting styles? How does that person, have managed to remain sane?
It's not easy. Let me tell you what, as Ghana's only style coach, I'm supposed to dress appropriately as a lady all the time. That demands me to be a classic style personality, very English, very polished. And at a point, I did host an X-rated content on television.
So we are talking about you.
Yes.
So how did you manage it?
As an example. So most of the time I had to put together the lady person and then the romantic person for that job. And so when you see me on television, I remember it used to get so much to me. I'd say on TV that, listen, I don't wear these exposing clothing and walk about town. This is for the content I'm disseminating because, of course, it was for a purpose, just to push, a certain kind of information. It's not easy. Sometimes you get overwhelmed with one of the personalities. Before you know, the DJ in the CEO is coming to the office, and the CEO in the DJ is going to the club.
It's kind of reminding me of Dr. Doolittle when this guy had a different personality in the office, and then also okay.
So it can get mixed up and it can get confusing, but you need consciousness and understanding. So I made sure that on social media on a daily basis, I told everybody that, listen, I'm a style coach. This is what I do. And I made sure that the information I was disseminating was more style coaching than that of the romantic or the sexy lady that my other brand was projecting. So it can be a bit off, but you should understand the two images and work with it.
Work with it. Understand the two images and work with it. Fantastic. Okay, so then here we are. Mami Rama Kwashi says that great show. And Theophilus has a question for you.
Okay.
It's Theophilus also answer. Thanks for your question. Says that what do people say about you just by your dressing? Is this a question to us or is it a question that you want? Why don't you answer it yourself? But Theophilus is asking, what do people say about you just by your dressing?
I don't know if he's asking himself or if he's asking me. I always get the impression that I'm richer than I actually am. And my son doing sister. The way nobody is giving me money because I take my time to put myself together well. So most of the time, people think that I am richer than I am. So that should tell you that when you put yourself together well, it gives you a certain honor and a certain prestige that sometimes is actually above you. And hey, I mentioned the boys, I didn't mention the girls. You know, some of the girls say, one of the things they don't know, there are brothers in the church that could be their beloved, that could be courting them, but they look at them and they think that they are too flamboyant, too flashy for them, and so they cannot afford them. The boys don't know that some of the wigs you are wearing that is up to your hair, the boys don't know that information. Okay, cases on there first son or say, hey girl, you're looking expensive. Meanwhile, there's a hard-working gentleman that could give you the support that you need.
Today is going. I told you that today is going down. I have Vivi Watson who is saying, "Ish, Vivi, Charlie, more to come." And then Theophilus comes back and says that you'll be addressed positively or negatively based on your appearance. Yeah, it's true. Theophilus, you're watching live from Kwada Sokumasi. Fantastic.
Oh,
so, did we really finish the idea about when you are designing your wardrobe? What do you consider? Your color, your age. You talked about Albert being dark, so we did that. Yeah, I think we did, but we're using Albert technically as our sample.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So in this case, do you have any more to add to that, or we can move to something else?
We can. The psychology of color is one of the most exciting things I've done as a style coach. That I can use just any color to let people know that I have energy, that I'm youthful, that I'm younger, I'm exciting, and I can use color to still let people know that I'm slow, I'm unalive. So there is a psychology behind every color. There is a color that never disappoints. The color red.
I know, right? The way I love red.
Yes, and so it's an addiction for me. And anytime I put myself together, there is a touch of red in it.
There must be one small, like the earring for
Even if
today.
it comes as a lipstick or my earring or my sandal, there should be red, because red is the color of attention and concentration. So when I'm speaking, I want you to look at me. I want you to look at me and listen to what I'm saying, and that helps. If you're a public speaker and you're petite like I am, I would always recommend that you go for the red microphone cover.
So, but then you've gone for a meeting, or you in this case, are you going with your microphone cover? You always have your.
Sometimes you can. If you have this understanding, you just take it along with you, just in case they don't have it. But otherwise, you recommend that, okay, if you have a red microphone cover, I will do it. You are a pastor, you are a preacher, you are doing public appearances. Get a red tie, vibrant red. Red comes in different shades. It's not all red that is exciting. The whites and the burgundies are dull, but the tomato reds and the reds with more orange and yellow, they are more exciting. So even as a man, you're a politician, you're going to parliament and you're going to talk about something so interesting and very, very important to get the attention you need to keep your own energy on. Put on a red tie. Add a bit of a red handkerchief with a bit of white in there, and trust you me, all the cameras will be on you, because it is a color of concentration. So vibrant colors, light colors are appropriate for dark-skinned people. Dark colors are good for light-skinned people. But hey, you never say that this color is not kind on me, unless you've tried all the shades. I used to think that blue was just not my color until I found a certain shade of blue, and oh my God, I was like,
this one.
Purple too. I found lilac, and I'm like, when I wear lilac, I look young. I look like I just gave birth. You know, that aura that comes with a new mother. That is what I found. So there is the psychology behind colors, and people really need to pay attention. The same dress we're wearing, probably if it came in red, it would be too much on the eye. So one dress, the color you choose is what will make you. So somebody wore something you liked, but make sure it's the color the person wearing kind on your own skin.
It's very, very important. So I have David here who is saying that loving, oh, thank you, David. David loves my styling tonight. He says the sneakers is for you, man. Oh, and you're enjoying the great content. Thank you very much, David. And then Christiana is asking, Christiana Ama of Osua, asking a very important question. He says that, do I need an expensive wardrobe in order to dress well?
You don't.
Christiana, they said no. Continue.
That is why we say style and not fashion. The difference is that fashion are things that are being brought on the market on a monthly, sometimes every 6 months, sometimes every
their whole
year.
Wardrobe.
Consistently, they are bringing new things. Our time and age, the way this country times, would you be able to afford everything that is on the market? Look at this, your blouse. I don't know when you got it.
Do you want the truth?
Yes.
I got it about 6 years ago.
That is style. And you see, you put it on a pair of jeans capri, you added your sneakers to it, and it's alive. So you don't need new things every day. You just need the creativity of putting your things together well. The next time I see you in the same blouse with a pencil skirt and some beige sandal and a beige bag, you're so looking awesome.
I'm rocking it.
And it's the same blouse. So style is having things that you can turn around easily. So this blouse I'm wearing is a two-piece. You can see that there is an inner in it.
Yeah.
So someday when I get a little yellow bodycon dress, I will put it on and I'll slide the upper one on it. A bodycon dress, it will be showing through, and then I will have this on it. I will wear my black shoes and hold my black bag, and I'm still looking wonderful.
Fantastic.
Don't break your bank account for the sake of fashion or style.
Don't break your bank account for the sake of fashion or style. David is saying that, how do you respond to this statement? It's not really about what one is wearing, but who is wearing it.
I promise you, that is so true. And that comes for those of us that know our body shapes, our sizes, and dress appropriately for it. So today I was telling a young lady I saw that you are always struggling to look good because you have a mental picture of how you want to look and the things that you find attractive, but unfortunately your body is not made for those things that you find attractive.
Okay.
How does a girl with plenty tummy want to wear crop tops? How do you do that? So no matter how well you put yourself together, it is in fashion, but it's not appropriate for your body because your tummy is not flat. It does not allow you. But you could have put on a little spaghetti peplum blouse that will show a bit of your even skin, so your skin is even from your face to your neck and all around. The spaghetti blouse is there, and you have the peplum to cover a bit of your lower abdomen, which is protruding, and your pair of jeans with your hips and your bum standing out. And oh my God, you look beautiful, and you look confident, and you don't want to be like anybody. So all the things we see on social media, now look at the person that is wearing it. Does this person look like me?
Yeah.
If the person doesn't look like you, please pass on.
But even then, if the person even looks like you, your you could be in different places.
I mean, you see the body that you are sitting with. Do people know that the body tight like that? I will not kid myself. You got a great body. And so if somebody feels that, okay, I'm as light as you, skin-wise, I'm petite like you, still, the curves that comes with this body is not what everyone has. So pay particular attention. Know your body. Accept your body. Love your body. Now, with that knowledge, buy things that makes your body look great and you feel confident all the time.
So, know your body. There's no fight. Love your body, because that is the fundamental. If you don't love yourself, honestly, you might do things that you think you are actually helping yourself, but you're actually sabotaging yourself. Stop sabotaging yourself, okay?
Oh, that hurts.
Today, yeah.
Some people put themselves together They wear hairstyles, and by the time they are done, let me give you a little trick. Any hairstyle you wear that makes you look suddenly like your mother at her age. Wash a wig. What's our show me running must eat? And then there's a man say, Mama, my son, Tio. It doesn't know that good.
Once you go up, then you know that your age, you must always bend down. Bend down.
You either go low or you dress appropriately for your age.
Yeah, exactly.
You should not be embarrassed about your age.
No.
I mean, you are alive. That is how come you are growing old. Just say that, yeah, I'm a 50-year-old woman, but I look great for 50. I'm a 20-year-old girl. Hey, there are some girls in the church. 20s, they dress up, they look like a miracle penny. You would think that they are old. And so everybody thinks that, this woman, she's married already because she's very mature. Meanwhile, she's not mature. She's just decided to age on with her appearance. Today, salvation has come for them.
Amen. Please take your salvation and go and sin no more. Sister girls, don't do that. We beg you. For everybody. The main thing is that we got the opportunity to clothe ourselves. And we must learn how to use that opportunity well to serve us, to serve humanity with everything that we have. Right. So, we do realize that sometimes we get the opportunity, we have dressed ourselves well. And then we've got, maybe you've been looking for a job, they say, come for an interview. So you're going for the interview. Then you enter the interview room. And you have a very lovely panel sitting there. And then all of a sudden, everybody starts looking around and saying that, what's that smell? What's that smell? And then,
I am kind. I am a very lovely person.
Yeah, very lovely person.
One of the things I cannot stand is bad breath. And sometimes the scent doesn't come from the body, it comes from the shoes.
I tell you.
My sister, that scent that comes from the leather black shoes with the socks, no air conditioning, no odor neutralizer. No prayers.
Don't go there. Don't go there, sis. Don't go there. Hey!
Some of the gentlemen, and those that are not about the shoes, when it's coming from the body, apparently God created us with mixing of the sand and all. As almost penny did net here. See, there is knowledge, there is information. Now, after God created man, he rested and he gave the ability to create to man. And that is how we have doctors that can heal us. We have people that create cars, aeroplanes, and all of that. There are people around. If you're having a challenge, go see a doctor. If your skin is giving out, sweat that is not smelling good, seek for help. These are essential things. If you're having bad breath, sometimes you go to church and we ask that hold that brother's hand and pray with him. I will go to the washroom. I'll not finish that prayer. Hey, my sister, in the name of prayer, no who blow me. So the pastors, they should stop that thing because sometimes you don't know what we're going through. Hey! Hold your brothers and then pray. So with the charismatics, our prayers are not
They're serious. Hey,
we shout, we scream. Hey, Debbie.
So you have to go. You have to look for somewhere to go immediately.
Hey, I will go to the washroom.
And say, excuse me.
I will be a lady, but I will not endure this. No.
So in this case, let's go. If we need help, let's say you have bad breath. The big boys call it halitosis. Please go and see a dentist. Good. With a bad body odor, there's some way you can help yourself. Includes washing your singlet. So.
Oh, the underwears.
Please.
You don't repeat them.
Did you hear that?
You don't repeat them.
Did you hear that?
Don't repeat your singlets nor your boxes, guys.
Wash them every single day.
On a daily basis.
Like the way you are reading your... Okay.
Yes.
Go on.
You know that you have a challenge. You see, 50% of your problems are solved when you know about them and accept them.
Yeah.
So don't be kind to yourself. Understand that sometimes when you take your bath in the morning until about 12 o'clock, you may not. But after 12 o'clock, you start smelling, have a deodorant in your bag, have a ritual, something that you do that keeps your body in a good state. Go see a dermatologist, go see a doctor. Let's see what we can do to help you. But do not allow bad breath, body odor to stand in the way of your breakthrough nor your success.
Amen. And let the church say what?
Amen.
Right. I mean, the Life Church is simply going crazy. And, oh, come on. Kweku Legacy is asking, beard or no beard?
There is something about a beard gang that has become quite attractive, you know.
When
it depends.
It
It depends on who is wearing it and how it is groomed.
Thank you. The
beard
grooming is very important.
Groomed. You just don't have about yourself and you call it beard gang. About yourself. And your beard gang, I tell yes, I will support where a beard gang. Her beard gang, no, just say, almost the oils if you film, almost trimming here. It's not over the top. It's appropriate for an office setting. And then again, what you do for a living comes into play here.
Exactly.
There are some offices that their codes do not allow you to keep a beard.
No.
So if your business doesn't allow that, let it go. Someday when you become your own CEO and you want to join the beard gang, you can. But listen, I'm telling you on authority that Horosapo is no beard gang. You know Horosapo? Sponge. Some of them is like dry sponge, like when it comes around you. Even the married people, some are terrorizing their wives with Horosapo kisses. Terrorizing. By the time the case is over, no.
No, we are totally in the flow. Theophilus says that today you are on the guys who.
Oh yeah.
And then Theophilus, he's also saying that dress appropriately for your age. We have Philip from Kokombene, who is saying that this is so worth hearing. Thank you, Springboard Hangout.
Oh yeah, Springboard Hangout. It's a great conversation.
It definitely is a Springboard. It's a very, very, very brilliant conversation that we are having up here. So we looked at this. This one is a case of having your own style coach. Somebody said he wants you as a style coach. I have to.
Oh yeah.
Yes, someone said it. I'll look for the person and let you know. So you've brought this issue. We've looked at the body odor, but let's say you are not a style coach, but you have somebody that you in the office and you realize that the guy, they terrorize your life. Mm-hmm. How do you convey such news?
Even as a style coach, I've not had it easy.
Seriously?
I haven't had it easy. I remember that once my former CEO would call me and says, have you not seen this person? So I was, and you are not doing anything about them. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Somebody would enter his office, have a conversation, and when the person is there, have you spoken to this person before? Like, everything I'm supposed to deal with it. And sometimes people's confidence are so low that when you give them critical opinion about who they really are and how they are projecting themselves, they get even more offended. But trust me, if anybody is watching us today, understand that when you are given such criticisms, even from people who dislike you, take it, work on it, and disarm them.
Take it, work on it, and disarm them by what or who you become, having followed that advice.
The person says that check, probably but because he said it in an angry manner, you are thinking that he's just being rude or she's just being rude. Work on it and make sure that nobody ever says that to you again. But I'm saying that Listen, Comfort, if you want to give people constructive criticism, you should be able to give them praise too. So all the other days that they looked good, all the other days that they performed well in the office, were you able to tell them that, that presentation you did was awesome. Oh, you are very well spoken. That is brilliant. For the person to feel good, if that person you ever used your words to make this person feel good, and you give them criticism, that is not so pleasant, they can take it. But if you've never commented on their appearance in a positive way, giving them any kind of compliment, it will be difficult for you to give them feedback, especially when it's negative. So if we want to be at a place where we can talk to people wholeheartedly in good faith, for them to take it and not be offended by it, we should first learn how to compliment people. If I say that Comfort is looking great and her hips are all over the chair, it doesn't mean that mine is smaller. I should be able to give compliments without feeling intimidated by the people that I give compliments to. So it's a healthy place to be, and it only happens when a person is absolutely confident in themselves.
Absolutely confident in themselves. So hey, guys, we need to, or ladies, we need to, kind of learn part of our styling, because in this case, it talks about the way you talk, and that brings me to, it reminds me of a scripture in 1 Samuel 16:18, when Saul was looking for well-qualified musician. And then one of the servants answered and said, I've seen a son of Jesse of Bethlehem who knows how to play the lyre. He's a brave man and a warrior. He speaks well and is a fine-looking man. And the Lord is with him. So here you have the professional competence, you have the attitude, eloquence, appearance, spirituality. This is all about what? Dressing well for success.
This is important. And when we talk about style, and as a style coach, my job isn't just to help people dress themselves well and build their confidence. It is to make people feel great about themselves such that they have the ability to make other people feel great about themselves too. So a stylish person knows how to put him or herself together, knows how to talk appropriately. When we say you are stylish with your language, you are the person that says, please, excuse me, thank you, I'm sorry. The golden expressions are found in your language. A stylish person is also seen with stylish people. People that are appropriate, the association where they are seen, who they are seen with becomes very, exciting. So style is also about the way you walk. There are some girls, oba pa onanti ano. Do you understand? As onanti ano style be any.
But somebody that I know says that make you don't go through me.
You know. Just as in your seed bano, so a woman should have gait.
Gait. I love that. Gait. And gait simply, the measured walk.
Head high, shoulders straight, looking about, giving smiles, giving winks. Some of them are there. The girls are watching us. They do think that men are not approaching them. It's not that they are not approaching them. Whenever they are approaching, you are not looking. Because whenever you are walking, your head is down. Or
even on the phone.
Oh, it's so embarrassing when you see young people walking about in town with 2 earphones and you horn and they don't know what car is. Sometimes I wonder. So a woman, man, your style, appearance, walk, talk, and you're on top.
3 things. Is it 3 things?
Yes.
Appearance, walk, and talk.
And you are on top.
But tell me, I like that. That's almost like my conclusion. So no. This one. I have one closing thing. Does the way we eat play? Oh, don't laugh, Miss Nee. The way we eat, does it play any role in our success?
Our manners at the table. When we say a person is polished beyond appearance, it's about how they comport themselves when they see food and how they eat appropriately. So for me, if you have to eat our fufu, traditionally, yɛde nsa ɛna di fufu. Na ucha na wabum kakra na de nkwan na gum na wasa. Na nso kra no yentama potoyu amfemtia. You know, you go to the restaurant and there is local food. A gentleman finishes eating his fufu with his tie on. Now, what amazes me, some of them, they can drop the tie when they're about to eat. Some of them will get up and open their belt. And not what's right, no belts. It's like, I'm loosening up to eat. Are you coming to swallow a whole human being? And then you need to loosen your belts.
You will bring wahala to this world, you.
So the way you eat is very, very, very important. I started from the traditional ones because most of the time we're thinking about the cutlery. That is essential. But we as Ghanaians, our food, how we handle our local food, how much you consume within a time, how big okontomwa is. Hey, you know kontomwa?
No.
The bite size.
The bite size. Yes,
Some of them, it's not a bite size. It's a whole, they take it like that and they throw it and you are like, is he going to survive this blow? This will kill him. Obi Didima, they don't know when they are out how to taste a bit of everything and relax. It's amazing. You go to an event, there is the starter, there is the main meal, there is the dessert. They are all separated and you want to pick all of them on one plate. Meanwhile, it's a setup. And you getting up to go fetch your food and coming back, it's all part of the eating style. It is supposed to even help you digest the food well. So all of these things are things you should know. How to handle the cutlery. I remember years ago, I didn't have the confidence of eating outside with the cutlery, and I went on a date with my old man and he ordered ribeye steak.
Oh.
Sister, menu. How am I going to use the and you know,
the steak knife is also another.
Most Ghanaian restaurants would not even give you the
steak knife. So you have to use.
So the ordinary micha dina incha. Na me de me ye Africa say ni pan say I couldn't enjoy the meal because I lacked. And so some years ago, we didn't know all of this. Now we do. You need the service. You need to enhance yourself. Seek for help. Luckily for our time, there is YouTube. You can go there and learn. Just last Sunday, I went to a funeral. And when we were having the meal, I was with a gentleman. And he was like, oh, Charlie, some lady be pan, the way her makeup was popping pan. And the way her kabaya slit was looking pan.
And then
they brought the food
and
pan.
Then
she started consuming
pan.
Odi pan. Oh, did you? Like, so these are things. And in our relationships even, you go to a party with your beloved and the way he eats.
Oh.
Hey,
sweetheart. This conversation, we'll come to it another time, not next week, because because I have people here saying that please, you want part 2. They said this time they want it for the ladies. They want to give the ladies to okay, no problem. But we are all learning. I'm sure you've learned so much today. The 3 pillars of personal branding. Forgifty says appearance, walk, and talk. Theophilus is saying that today be today. He's saying that Nancy, we don't need the cutlery. We have a natural spoon. Abigail says that I did not get enough. Oh, Abigail, I will definitely, most definitely bring Miss Nancy back for another edition. We'll focus on something else. Miss Nancy, before you run away, any closing thoughts for us?
Yeah, so I'm just saying that for the youth, you should dress for what you want to be in the future. You should dress for your aspirations. You should dress how you want to be addressed. And most importantly, dress appropriately for your events where you're going. Dress appropriately for your age. Dress appropriately for your body shape and size. And just make sure that whatever you're wearing is flattering on you.
Dress appropriately for your age, your style, and make sure you look good. And with that, we've come to the end of today's Springboard Hangout. So grateful, Mr. Nancy, for coming to share your wisdom with us. And we'll be broadcasting this on ETV on Sunday at 5 o'clock. So I hope you come there, and make sure that at 7 o'clock you have another date with us, with Albert, actually, on Joy FM or on Facebook or YouTube at 7 p.m. And we have Miss Angela Jamna Abwaji of the ACT Foundation blowing our minds there. So, guys, we've had our fun, we've learned, and most importantly, we've seen that we are unique in that the way God created us. And therefore, based on that uniqueness, dress to show people how well put together you are. This has been the Springboard Hangout. I love you. You are the best that ever happened to this world. And so we come away next week with the beginning of our new series about how we can add value to ourselves. Enjoy a fantastic week. I love you, and you are the best. Bye.
So long